This is Sreyna. I'm a teacher, and I believe what makes me a successful teacher is believing in all my students, believing that they can learn, having high expectations for them at all times. And I believe that something that I need to work on as an educator would be creating and maintaining effective environments for student learning. Sometimes my classroom management may be too stern, and so I have to allow some flexibility for the student learning, for them to be creative, to express themselves, where maybe I can be proactive and prevent some behavior problems that may occur that impede other students' learning, and not take some of the outbursts personal. They are students, they want to learn, they want to be there, they show up every day for school. And it makes me, I'm amazed every time they show up every day for school, even though they have to, write an essay, they have to do a reading, they have to annotate, and they're still showing up. So it warms my heart. I genuinely care about my students, and I think they can see that I do care about them. And so, what does a professional educator look like, and how do they behave? Well, it's based on the California standards for teaching profession. So a professional educator is going to assess their students to see where their proficiency levels are. They're going to design a plan, a pathway plan to reach student success. For example, if you have a student that's English language learner, you want to go ahead and get them Lexile tested and see where their reading level is at. And then you want to make sure that their reading material is at the appropriate level based on the proficiency skill. They may have to do an intervention course like a Read 180 course, and before they segue into the mainstream core curriculum. Because, for example, if you have a student that's doing basic math and they can't do algebra, you want them to be successful. So they may need to have an intervention course, maybe a Math 180 course. So you want to go ahead and see what programs are available at your school and make sure that your students have access to those resources. You are the best advocate. You, the teacher, are the advocate for your students, and you should provide the best customer service to your students, which means if they don't know about the programs, you give them information about their programs, you set up goals for the student, and you also meet with the parents and let them know what the pathway is going to be and what the weekly goals are going to be, what the monthly goals are, in order for the student to reach success and learn and hopefully eventually graduate. So I think, based on the California standards for teaching profession, all teachers should be engaging and supporting all student learning at all times, create and maintain effective environments for student learning, understanding, organizing subject matter for student learning, and planning instruction and designing learning experience for all students. That may include differentiated instruction and assessing students for learning. So the example I gave earlier for English language learners, assessing students for learning. So just because you assess them at the beginning of the year, it doesn't mean, okay, I'm not going to assess them to the end of the year. No, you should be assessing their learning like every 6 weeks to see whether or not if they show growth in their reading and vocabulary development, and if so, they can progress forward, and they may be able to get promoted out of maybe the Read 180 program and maybe be able into the content core subject matter. So that's what based on my experience and my advice would be. Thank you.